Game. Gross and microscopy explained. We shall go to the games 49 and 50 today. In the last class, I had covered papillary carcinoma of thyroid. Today, we shall be seeing two other histological and gross lesions of the thyroid again. This is a normal structure of the thyroid. On the right, I find it is fairly symmetrical or slightly asymmetrical, connected by means of the isthmus and in front of the trachea. Again, what we are seeing on the left is a typical beehive. Beehive means I am finding multiple polygonal structures which are back to back within which the honey is being stored. This will be the exact appearance of a thyroid gland. And even externally, you can appreciate it to some extent. In today's topic, we shall touch upon colloid goiter, nodular goiter, and Hashimoto's thyroiditis. They can be histology slides, gross specimens, or both. Look at the picture over here. Let us concentrate on the picture. The text will come to us automatically. Here, the round structures that we are seeing are the thyroid follicles. Follicle means it is a space and it is lined by flattened cells. All these blue dots are the nuclei. They are flattened and it is filled with eosinophilic, homogeneous, glistening material which is called the colloid. And in between the thyroid follicles, I find that there is a loose, thin, fibrous tissue with vasculature, capillaries. So this is what is over here. You people can go through. This colloid goiter can be given as a slide to you people. And when you are going to look at it at a higher magnification, here again, because of the magnification is large, I am finding the cells are larger, but they are flattened. There is a colloid. Slight retraction of the colloid is creating this clear space. And there can be another collection of cells called the parafollicular cells. So this is almost a normal thyroid, only thing it is larger. Goiter means it is an enlargement of the thyroid. This slide can be kept for the exam, and this slide picture you people can draw in your records. And this is a normal thyroid over here, courtesy Alani. This is a wonderful source of many schematic diagrams. The picture of the thyroid is over here, pretracheal, isthmus, and both the lobes. And these are the follicles we have been talking about. Sometimes you find that the thyroid parenchyma, it can be divided into multiple nodules, wherein it becomes a nodular goiter. Some nodules can be small, some can be larger, and both the lobes can be asymmetrically enlarged. Externally, there will be a bossellation that can be seen. This is a picture intended to show you people the difference. It is a cut open specimen of the thyroid. So both the lobes are here, and I find on one side they are more or less symmetrical, of the same size. There is a slight difference in shape, fine, but they are more or less symmetrical. There is a catch in it. Secondly, you find that the parenchyma is solid, glistening, pinkish gray in color. On the contrary, this is also a thyroid that has been cut open. I find that these gray-white broad lines are fibrous septae. Some areas they are thick. Still, I find some honeycombed appearance here and there. But then they are all divided into nests and groups. So creating multiple nodules. So it is a multinodular goiter. Goiter is just an enlargement. It can be for various reasons. We shall go into the theory later. This is a mounted specimen of the Hashimoto's thyroiditis. Look at it over here. Both the lobes, they are more or less symmetrical. In fact, this is appearing slightly smaller, but doesn't matter. Solid, homogeneous, grayish pink. It is somewhat grayish white because it has been put in formalin for a long time. And when you people describe, you will have to mention the length, the breadth, as well as the thickness of the specimen. The cut surface is solid, homogeneous, and brownish gray or pinkish gray. Fairly symmetrical. It is symmetrical because it is an autoimmune disease. And in any autoimmune disease, all parts of the organs will be equally affected, as a result of which they will be equally shrunken or equally enlarged. There are no areas of hemorrhage or necrosis. Now, what are the differences between the Hashimoto's and the nodular goiter I had given here? These things I would like you people to write in your theory as well. Sometimes the game helps you a lot in answering the theory questions of R.A.T.S. And I also mentioned Graves' disease, it is meaty red or beefy red in color. That is how your Robbins describes. So Hashimoto's is different, Graves is different. No hemorrhage, no septic, homogeneous, symmetrically enlarged. Externally, there can be mild undulation, but no boscillation. Look at this one. It is a specimen of the Hashimoto's thyroiditis. Both the lobes are there. I'm finding some kind of an up and down. That is called as undulation, like a wave. But here, it is sharp, and there are bulges, like the rocks on Mahabalipuram. And this is called as a nodular appearance, boscillated appearance. This is the case of a nodular goiter. This is Hashimoto's thyroiditis. This is the histology of Hashimoto's thyroiditis. The word itis means inflammation. So there has to be inflammatory cells. Look at this one first. These are all lymphoid follicles. Lymphoid follicles means there is accumulation of lymphocytes. We have got immature cells in the center and mature cells in the periphery. Well demarcated and defined lymphoid follicles. And this is the thyroid parenchyma. Compare with the colloid goiter, the colloid is scanty and the lining cells are more large, polygonal. We call them as HASH cells. There can be infiltration with lymphocytes and plasma cells throughout. And this again. So these are the mature lymphocytes, immature lymphocytes. This together is a lymphoid follicle, and this is the HASH cell. At this magnification, I can only appreciate that the cells are larger, there is scanty colloid. But coming over here, I find that they are large, polygonal, vesicular nucleus, abundant cytoplasm, eosinophilic. That will be the picture of a HASH cell. And this again is the same. I'm finding the HASH cells over here, and these are all the lymphoid follicles. The HASH cells are supposed to be comparable with the hepatocytes. This is a normal picture of a liver. In this, I'm finding radiating cords of polygonal cells, and it is there. It has got a resemblance to the hepatocytes. They are called as HASH cells or oncocytes also. Hashimoto's thyroiditis. Gracias.